Good morning, everybody. Today I want to talk about a new stove that I've had a chance to use. This is called the Jetboil Minimo. It's one of their more popular models. I'd like to just go over some of the features and perhaps give you my opinion on it now that I've had a chance to use it for a while. Okay, so let's go through some stats first. This is from their website. This comes in 4 colors: carbon, sunset, adventure, and camp. Oh, sorry, camo. This particular model is sunset. All it is you get a different image or a different color on the outside of it, and I believe the lids are matched to the motif, if you will. Anyways. The weight is 14.6 ounces. The power of the stove is 6,000 BTU, or in other words, 1.75 kilowatts. Volume is 1 liter. And the nice part about that is that the liter mark is actually down below the lip. You don't have to fill this right to the brim to get 1 liter in the pot. It's kind of nice. Again, it has a regulator, so it allows you to simmer and really fine-tune what temperature the stove is. This is good for cooking as opposed to just boiling. It says group size 1 to 2 people. I find that a little subjective, but okay. It'll boil water, it claims, half a liter in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It says that a 100-gram canister, which is this one, it's the smallest one, you can boil 12 liters out of this. So half a liter, you get 24 boils out of this. It does have a self-igniting piezo igniter, and its pack dimensions are 5 inches by 5.5 inches. So let's go through some of those things. First of all, total weight, 14.6 ounces. Because I got to tell you, it doesn't feel 14.6. It feels more. Just saying. Anywho, so let's just weigh this. Okay, I'm getting 17.1. Now, let me just do something here, because on the website it clearly says system weight excludes fuel stabilizer. This snaps into the lid of the stove system. This is a stabilizer for putting your canisters into, and it'll take any size canister, and it just snaps in, and it makes it more stable. And all of these, this one's a bit smaller, and they do have 2 little notches, so the smaller one will still work with this stabilizer. So let's weigh it again without the stabilizer. Okay, so here I'm getting 16.1. So this is obviously not conducive to what they're saying. It says 14.6 clearly. You know what? I'm gonna take this off. Hang on a sec. Let me just try something. I'll tell you about this in a minute. Here we go. Okay, yeah, so 14.6. Okay, so that's interesting. Why would they say that? Okay, well, anyways, doesn't matter. So if you exclude the stabilizer and you exclude the cup that comes with it, / cover, I suppose, this could be used for 2 purposes, then indeed, yes, you will get the advertised 14.6 ounces in weight. The whole kit comes with, again, like we already discussed, the cup / cover and the stabilizer. You get a nice little sack, a little bag to hold the actual stove in. This is the stove, so all of this comes with it, as well as an adapter here, which I'll show you. This adapter has to be, these all have to be turned in, each of these little prongs, I guess you call them. And what that does is it exposes on the edges little slots that you can then put onto the edge of the stove itself. I find this part a little tricky, actually, It doesn't always fit the way I would like it to fit. But once it's on there pretty good. And what this allows you to do is take a stove and place it on top. Because most of the Jetboil stoves have a little ring in the bottom here and require you to actually snap and turn, like put in turn. And then from there you can just, you know, pick up the whole canister with it and move it or do whatever you want. But anyway, that's how they're designed. So having this attachment's quite handy. It allows you to use any cookware you want, not just their own pots. I find it very kludgy, this snapping this in and out. Okay, so my review on it. Well, of course, Jetboil is the de facto standard. There's no question. They're up there in the market as far as stoves are concerned. They're very reliable. Their stoves are made so well. This pot, though, and I believe, and somebody can correct me on this, all the research I've done, all of their stoves are anodized aluminum. And as some of you already know, at least the ones that have been watching my videos, I'm not a big fan of anodized aluminum. I'm not a fan of any kind of aluminum. So anywho, that being said, I don't know that I would cook in this. If you do cook in this, I strongly urge you not to use metal or abrasive utensils. Or even if you clean it, you use one of those Brillo pads or something, if you take the coating off this, and I know what hard anodized aluminum is, it's super heated, but at the same time, you can scratch the surface and expose some raw aluminum. Aluminum filaments, for lack of a better word, will come off this. Aluminum is very dangerous. It's cumulative. We don't expel it from our body. It doesn't pass through us like something, you know, other things would, like minerals or whatever. So for me, there's a bit of concern there. But however, that being said, I would use it sparingly if I was very careful with a plastic spoon or a wooden spoon or something. I might do that. One of the trademark features of all Jetboil stoves, well, no, I shouldn't say all, because the Stash, actually no, the Stash has it too, is what's called a flux ring. It's a little ring around the bottom that have little fins on it so that it attracts heat and it spreads heat more evenly. I mean, the flame will come up the middle of it, but from there it spreads out, heats up these fins, and it really does heat up fast. I mean, these stoves, and they're efficient, like extremely efficient. To be able to boil 12 liters of water on this tiny little gas canister, that's pretty impressive. That is very impressive. Like I said, this is their most popular stove out of all of them. The other ones are much taller, and those are, you know, generally the Flash and the Zip and the Java. Actually, they might have discontinued the Java now, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, very well built, nice handles, with a sort of a polyurethane or something. I'm not quite sure what it's made of. It's a plastic covering, so it won't burn your hands. And it's quite nice. Fits my hand quite nice. It's a good stove. You know, I think in order to, if you really wanted a stove like this, it would honestly be a stove that you would want for precision cooking. This would be cooking an entire meal. Otherwise, why would you want the extra weight of a regulator on the stove? You wouldn't really need to do that. So for me, at least, I'm delving into this area because I do want other options. For me, I'm already at the lowest base weight I can be at. If I want to come back with a couple or few ounces just to, you know, give myself some of these creature comforts, then I don't see a problem with it. And so that's for you diehard, you know, backpackers, hikers. People that are just like not a through hiker, this is probably fine. I mean, if you're counting grams, usually this is not where you would look. Jetboil does make a stove called the Stash, which is their lightest stove system. and it comes in at 7.1 ounces, and that is true to what they claim. I have one, and I've tried it, and I do have a review on that one if you want to go look at it. However, I'm going to try this because I'm going to go out and cook and see how it suits me. I will, however, bring other cookware, so I'm really happy that it included this adapter, because I will use ceramic cookware out on trail if I can. There are various, quite a lot of utensils, quite a lot of accessories that you can buy for Jetboils. The lid on this thing, very soft, very pliable, very nice actually. It has, you know, two sides to it. There's you can drink here. There's a little lip and a hole for you to drink. Here you can strain things. There's also a little hole in the middle, which often gets asked why it's there. This is to accommodate a French press accessory that Jetboil offers. But if you're going to do that, if you're going to buy a press for this, be careful about the size. I do believe Jetboil has 3 different diameters of French presses that you can buy. So just be careful about that. And what it does is it just, you know, most people know what a press is, but it just pushes the coffee grinds down to the bottom and keeps them there. And so this is nice because it allows you to just very quickly attach the press to the lid and use it that way. So yeah, I've gone over most of the features of it. My opinion on it, it's built like a tank. This thing's I mean, Jetboils are amazing for that. Reliability, and also temperatures. These stoves seem to work at lower temperatures than some of the other ones. Now, I don't know if that's because it's a regulator. Is it with all regulators? I don't know. I have MSR stoves, and they don't seem to do so well in sub-freezing temperatures. And that's assuming that the cans are warmed up. I mean, I always, when I'm out, I'll heat up a can. I'll keep it in my pocket, or I'll put it close to a fire. Not too close. I'll put it close to a fire to get it to temperature. These things do lose pressure when they get cold. I mean, that's just a fact. So, and I understand that. But the point I'm trying to make is that this stove really does do better than most of its competitors when you're trying to go out there in sub-zero temperatures or sub-freezing temperatures. Anyway, yeah, that's my review of it. Great stove. I do recommend it. The cost for me was $174.99, and that's in Canadian dollars. I think it's $139 US, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, good stove. Very happy with it. And if you do choose to buy one, drop me a line in the comments. Let me know what you think of it. And also, this system does nest. They claim that you can just take the canister, a 100-gram canister, and put it in like this. And you can take the entire thing and put it inside here. If you do that, I honestly would suggest you, and I think that's why they give you such a big stuff sack, because again, you don't want this thing bouncing around. Oh, look at this. This is nice. You could put that right inside there. And what that does really that I like is it doesn't bounce around, like it doesn't mark the sides of the pot. It helps to maintain it. So I was wondering when I got it why this was such a big stuff sack. So that's the other thing I would say to you, that if you did want to cut some grams and you went and got, say, maybe, I don't know, a Dyneema sack for it, just make sure you get it big enough if you choose. I mean, that's up to you, obviously, but if you choose to nest the canister inside the stove system, which is nice too. I mean, because really we're all trying to save space, and I don't know about weight, but and so yeah, really that's it. That's my review of the Jetboil Minimo. Thanks, guys.